Shalom, first and foremost, all praise and glories unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, HaKadosh, that belongs to our apostles, the bishops, the elders of the great millstone, and greetings, salutations, blessings, much love unto you, elect. All right, I got a quick video, shouldn't be that long. A lot of videos leading you to one conclusion, which that conclusion is the MOT to the B, okay? The micro C hip from Revelation, the 13th chapter. So without further ado, I'm going to go right into these videos.
Liberals hate ICE because they think liberals hate ICE.
Remember the movie Minority Report? Tom Cruise walking through a mall, scanners reading his eyes, stopping him for a crime he hadn't committed yet. We thought that was sci-fi. We were wrong. Last week in Davos, the global elites admitted they are building a pre-crime database. And Palantir just...
Okay, and we've been telling y'all about this, that this was going on. They've already begun grabbing info from all the different databases and lining it up, okay, onto one database under Palantir. So they can have everything they need to know about you, everything that you shared on social media, your favorite things, your worst things, your images, all of that is on there.
handed the government a tool that gives each of us a confidence score. An algorithm that tells them, we are 80% sure this person is a target. Go get them. They call it predictive compliance. And it's an AI that analyzes our
Predictive compliance. Wow.
spending, our location, our social media.
Which she probably brings it up. I don't remember when I first found this video, if they bring up the model in China. But without further ado.
To predict if we might move our money out of their system. To use their new AI, every single human needs a biometric digital anchor that connects us to pre-crime wallets. Wallets that say no before we even ask. They say this is just for fraud or illegals. Just like they said, income tax was only for the rich in 1913. How did that work out for our paychecks? Yeah, that's the same trap. Be sure to check out my video exposing the full blueprint of the digital prison and how to get out before it's too late. This isn't a movie anymore, fam. It's our new reality. Remember?
Listen up. So the world's largest YouTuber is now promoting Neuralink.
You guys, the most futuristic technology on the planet. But next, we're going with the $10,000 technology, Neuralink, which is a computer chip surgically implanted into the brain, enabling people like Nolan here to reconnect to the world. So you were paralyzed from the neck down.
Yeah, for about 8 years, I was trying to find some purpose in my life.
And then
Now, when they say in the book of Revelation, it says in your right hand or in your forehead, we know the forehead is the Neuralink, okay? That's going to give you all these other abilities. It's going to cost something to do all of this, okay? You're not just going to be able to, oh, I want the one in my head, or put it in here. No, they're different things, but they are all going to have the same control.
you got Neuralink, and what does that change?
Anything anyone can do on a computer, I can do.
And he literally does it by using only his brain. You're currently moving that with your thoughts.
Yeah.
I want to see you send a text with your brain.
Okay.
His hands are paralyzed, but we're going to pull them so you can see they're not moving. And using the neurons firing in Nolan's brain, Neuralink can translate those signals into movements. He just typed hi with his mind. Is this not crazy to anyone else? But that's not all he can do. So you just think left.
Mario
and you're
Kart
on the
and
Neuralink.
shit.
That I don't die.
Oh, no! He absolutely crushed us playing with only his mind.
I never thought it would allow me to do anything like this.
And future technology can not only help the mind, but also the body.
Most of us know that Neuralink is nothing more than the occult crest.
Right, she's breaking it down, but at the same time, it's important that you understand when they put these movies out there, they got these movies set up. And what movies are we talking about? Well, that was one of them. I always bring up about this, my Minority Report, Total Recall, as well as what's another one? Demolition Man. Okay, The Running Man. All of these, and they all have these things set up this way because they want a system of total control. Okay, this is what this is leading to. This is a way of life that's completely controlled. And there's a lot of other dystopian type movies, futuristic movies that you have complete control. Okay, for you that know, put them in the comments, man. Okay, so people go check these out and see that we're headed right down the same path. I try to find videos that have where people have picked up on it, where I don't have to go and get copywritten. I can just use their video for how they're not being copywritten. strikes or whatever, but continuing.
For transhumanism. It's nothing more than hacking the human mind and a giant step to the mark of the beast system. And of course, it can help people with disabilities, but at what cost? Y'all, this is how it begins, through influencing and empathy, framing it as beneficial to normalize it. And keep in mind, Mr. Beast has a huge audience, and most of it includes children. And this was how they were always going to sell transhumanism. The population is already desensitized by technology, and yes, Neuralink has its benefits. But the ultimate goal to these people is to achieve immortality, to be like God. This transhuman agenda is going to be used by Satan to discredit and mock the miracles that Jesus Christ did. This is ultimately what the beast system is about. It's the creation of an Aquarian paradise on Earth, the rebuilding of the Garden of Eden, their golden age. Remember, Satan can only offer an illusion, a counterfeit of God's creation. All Satan can offer is deception. This is why it is so important to have a relationship with Jesus Christ.
I forget that name, but yeah, anyway, so they also don't tell you about the grievous sore, or what happens when you try to continue to think freely without the system. You go into the Black Mirror shows, okay, the episodes in there. And you can see how certain things happen. The one we like to bring up is Man Under Fire. Okay, his chips start tripping. So he starts trying to think outside the box, but couldn't, they kept trying to fix him, okay, to get him thinking back as he should. Okay, check out that episode. It's got season 4, 3 or 4.
So you are not deceived. The Bible says that if you confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord and believe that he died, was buried, and rose again for the remission of your sins.
They don't talk about the grievous sore when people break this down. That goes right into this. You're going to have a grievous sore because your body is going to want to reject it. Okay?
You will be saved. Don't wait until it's too late.
Okay. And you see what it says right there. Immortality that she was mentioning. They want to be immortal. They don't YOLO. It was their credo, okay, to how they live. Do whatever you can do in this life because you're not going to get another one. Well, reincarnation is real. But as you're thinking of an Edomite, you're never going to get another life where you get to come back and be in power like you once were, like you are now. So that's why they want to live forever. Okay? And this is the one which I'll bring up, Vanilla Sky. If you understand what that movie is about, people watch it and they're like, it's kind of weird because it takes a weird turn, but but you're missing. You see Tom Cruise and what's her name? I can't think of Penelope. I forget her name. Not Penelope, but whatever the Hispanic chick's name, as well as Cameron Diaz. You see all of them moving around the movie. You're like, oh, this is a drama or a romance love story. Takes a violent turn, and then the movie gets really strange and weird. Okay, the strange and weird part, just to give away the movie, was about him freezing. He was rich, right? Super rich or whatever. He was freezing his brain to save his consciousness to be able to come back in the future. And that's what his brain fighting against, and that's what the guy that keeps popping up and all of that, trying to get his brain to lock in. When you understand that part, you know that this is what they're trying to do. Okay? And this is it coming to life right here.
As mentioned before, we are Sci-fi, and we produce 100% natural organic human sleeves. You're probably wondering, what is a sleeve? And why should it be important to my life?
What is a sleeve?
Well, a sleeve is simply you. We have a couple on display here in the back.
Now, what is a sleeve? He's talking about the body. Or as we say in the scriptures, talk about your house. Okay?
And the importance of a sleeve? Immortality. How do we achieve that? Well, by partnering with the cortical stack technology, which is implanted in the base of your neck, it records and stores everything that makes you you. So every memory, every emotion, every sensation, every experience you've ever had in your entire life gets stored onto this device.
Of course, they got Jake pushing it, right, selling it to you. Another episode on Black Mirror was White Christmas had this in there, and there's, I think, another one also where you had a grain, but then you uploaded your grain into basically your Alexa, and then that would have your life figured out for you through technology. Okay, I know how you like your toast. I know when you want music to come on. I know what time to start shutting the house down to go to sleep. I know what time you like a calm sunrise and light jazz to come over, or whatever else. Okay? All these things are set up. This is the image of the beast they're trying to get people controlled under. Okay? This is what they're trying to create, well, they've created, or creating a system of control. What is the Matrix, Neo? It's a system of control. Okay?
And is sent back to our headquarters. Then, through the process of needle casting, we can, in a sense, airdrop.
We talk about all these big data processing centers and whatever else, right? And these big places where they're building all of this to house all of this. They got to keep all these places cool and on the cloud and all of that. Okay? All this is playing right into what they're talking about. Okay? Watch the movie Transcendence. She built a supercomputer that now will have people attached to that system. These movies, and I use movies just to make it easy, because I could see this before I saw the movie. So when I saw the movies, it was like, oh, they put this right in the movie.
Your consciousness from one sleeve to the sleeve of your choosing.
Now you can change your
How
body.
does immortality fit in this? Well, let's say the current sleeve you're occupying right now.
And to go into sleeves just a little bit, it's marketed like in the movie Get Out, where the granddad lost the race to Jesse Owens. Well, from that part, he was hooked on trying to be what it was like to be black, to have a black body with the same old consciousness, and that's what they were trying to do. And they were, had all them white people out there for the silent auction, trying to purchase black bodies. Okay, well, this is the similar thing, but through technology.
Experiences a car accident, and it leaves you paralyzed from the neck down.
That's literally
That's no way of living life, right? I'm sure you'd like to walk your daughter down the aisle one day. Am I correct? I'm sure you'd all like to continue living life, not like a vegetable. Through downloading your consciousness from the damaged sleeve into the sleeve of a healthy corticostatic, you're up like nothing ever happened. Now, that explains phase 1. Phase 2, we'll talk about some of the upgrades that we offer here at
Psychosec. Upgrades. Wow. Okay, and this is in Revelation 13, and before I read it, it goes right into everything they're talking about. Okay, when you put the big picture together, this is what John the Revelator saw. Okay, and then coming into these perilous times, as we're leading into Jacob's trouble and all these perilous times, that they're squeezing the people. Okay, what do you think is going to happen when you can be persecuted for any little thing? What do you think is going to happen? People gotta give in to get back to the new normal, right? And remember that phrase from 2020? Okay, so yeah, it says this is Revelation 13 verse 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. The beast is the system, this Western system of Edomite nations, particularly the EU and NATO. Okay, and the beast, the whore that rides the beast is America. They're all locked in together. And the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the beast should be killed. Okay, and they have to bring this together with miracles, as it says in verse 14, but these miracles are through science and technology. It's a miracle to be immortal. It's a miracle to have a better body than what you were given by the Most High. Okay, but you still have your consciousness. When people use the phrase, if I knew then what I know now, it's like saying, if I don't know, I'm just throwing it out there, if Kobe or something was put back into a 20-year-old body, what do you think he would be doing in the NBA right now? Michael Jordan, Wilt Chamberlain, given a body that's similar. Okay, or as they even said, and I brought this up, that prison, I forget what it's called, but the prison where you can make people experience years and decades of prison in a matter of minutes, which was also in Black Mirror. White Christmas, by the way. Okay? So imagine putting somebody like a Wilt Chamberlain in a 5'3" body. How would that be liberating? Or would that be, a hell for him, a prison sentence for him? Think about it. This is what they have the technology to do now. This is what they're doing. They're making these scriptures come to life. And cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast, this way of life through technocracy, should be killed. And he calleth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, everybody, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. This was talking about the forehead particularly. And the video I didn't pull up was when they're linking this to Kim Kardashian. I'll see if I can grab it right quick. Okay. And that no man might buy or sell save he that hath the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Let me see if I can find her video.
Might be plotting something a lot stranger than another skincare line. She might be gearing up to convince the world that Elon Musk's brain chip can magically boost her intelligence enough to help her finally pass the bar exam. Yep.
Wow.
That's genuinely a theory floating around right now. And honestly, knowing the Kardashians, it's either a subtle campaign for Neuralink or the perfect setup to drop a brain-boosting supplement on her audience. Let's unpack this mess. Here's the thing. Every Kardashian move is rehearsed,
I wouldn't be surprised if
polished,
she
and
was on the
strategically
Epstein.
filmed for maximum public reaction. They've had 15 years of practice manipulating the storyline. And suddenly Kim Kardashian is trending because a brain scan supposedly showed she has low activity in certain areas.
There's like a little aneurysm. Whoa. They're like, just stress. And I'm like, why the is this happening?
Of course, people started connecting dots. Is Kim prepping the public for a Neuralink partnership? Is she teasing a future supplement? Or is this just classic Kardashian storyline engineering? A lot of viewers think that the scene was deliberately included because Kim could eventually become a Neuralink spokesperson. And honestly, imagine Kim Kardashian as the face of Elon Musk's brain chip. Reality.
Also, her credibility goes way up if she actually does pass the bar. And I don't know if it's in this video, but it said, isn't that cheating if she has access to the internet that she can go and get everything to pass it? Anyway.
TV would never recover. So in the episode, Kim visits Dr. Daniel Amen, a well-known brain expert. And he tells her that her scan shows reduced activity in the front of her brain. I mean, you don't have to be a neurologist to joke about that. She even panics over the holes in her scan.
Is low activity. Compared to this one, the front part of your brain is less active than it should be.
The doctor explains that it could be stress, studying 10 hours a day, or just burnout from prepping for the bar. Still, it freaks her out enough to promise she'll get on some kind of treatment plan. Now, here's where it gets interesting. People online immediately started connecting her low brain activity storyline with Neuralink. Tyler Oakley joked on Twitter, asking if Kim was laying the foundation for a Neuralink deal. Another person said Kim will get the chip, suddenly pass the bar, and then claim the device turned her into a genius. And honestly, that's not even the wildest take. Because if Neuralink lets your brain Google things internally, wouldn't that technically be cheating? And TikTok absolutely ran with this. Users said Kim's crying about failing scene was strategic.
All right, that's enough. So it pretty much gives you what it is. But check this video out by the elder from GMS Awakenings 144. I'm Juan Gabar. Excellent video. Check it out. With that, we're going to close, giving all praise and glory unto Yahweh. Bashi Mashan. To the next one. Shalom.